Okay, so today I'm doing a random TBR video. Why? I used to do TBRs every month and then I stopped because I turned into a mood reader. And this month, the month of June, I actually have scheduled so many buddy reads, and I know what I'm the most excited to read, that my month is planned out. I know exactly what I'm reading this month. So I know a lot of you guys really like my TBRs because you like to be able to plan with me and like pick up certain books so that you'll be ready for the review and stuff like that. And I haven't done them for a while, but since I actually know everything that I'm reading in June, I figured let's do a random TBR and you'll know what's coming review-wise. But before we get into the TBR, a sponsored unboxing. So Book of the Month is a subscription that helps people to discover the best new release, early release, and debut adult fiction books. They offer 5 new release books every month, and members get to pick one to be shipped to their home, or if they want more, in addition to one of their featured boxes, members can add up to 2 featured books, trending books, or previous books as add-ons to their monthly purchase. And members can skip a month anytime they want with no penalty. So the books for June are Sky Falling. They say don't put all your eggs in one basket, but they never mention what to do when an egg walks back into your life. Half Sick of Shadows, an epic feminist retelling of Arthurian legend. Sometimes you need a crystal ball to crack a glass ceiling. I'm interested in this one. The Maidens, from the author of The Silent Patient, a gripping tale of murder, myth, and the horror looking beneath the ivory tower. This one looks interesting to me as well. Instructions for Dancing. Thanks to a life-changing book, a girl finds love and renewed purpose on the dance floor after her parents' divorce. This one looks good to me too. Malibu Rising. This rock-rolling powder keg of a novel follows the infamous Riva siblings over the course of one life-changing night. So head over to bookofthemonth.com to get your first books, and your first month is only $9.99 with the code, which will be linked in the description of this video. Okay, books that I plan to read in June. Before I get into that again, I'm recording this in the end of April. What's the month before June? May is. I'm recording this at the beginning of May, so there are a few books that I'll be reviewing at the beginning of June that are not part of my June TBR. So anyway, that's these guys. They'll have review videos soon. I'm currently reading them. Books that I plan on reading in June. It's kind of a hefty list, actually. Discord buddy reads. We have The Ember Blade, which I've already read, but I'm just participating in the buddy read chat. I'm so excited for people to be reading it because I love this book so much, and I'm so excited for other people to be experiencing it too, as well as the first book, Theft of Swords, which is the first book in the Renara Chronicles. I don't know how to pronounce it, but there's heist in here, so I'm excited. The first book in the Inheritance trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. I think the first book is called, I don't remember what it's called. Hang on. Aha. The 100,000 Kingdoms. This is an omnibus, but I will be reading the first book in this bind-up. So The Ember Blade I already have a review for. I'll link it, but it's heavily inspired by The Lord of the Rings, and it has that feel to it, like a more modern Lord of the Rings feel to it, and it was just lovely to read. It follows 2 best friends, their capture, escape, and then journey to a certain object, a crew that joins up with them, and the dynamics between that crew. It was just, it's so much of what I love in classic fantasy, but with a modern take on it, and it was so nice. I enjoyed it so much. I don't know a lot about Theft of Swords other than heist, and people have said if you like Lights of Loch Lamora, you'll like this, which you can't go wrong with selling me on a book like that. But then also the tagline for it says, "They killed the king, they penned it on 2 men, they chose poorly." Yes. And then I know absolutely nothing about the Inheritance trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. I just know that I really enjoyed her Broken Earth trilogy, and I've been meaning to read more from her for a while. So I'm really excited to get into more of her work because I could see her easily being an author that becomes one of my favorites based on her writing style and the way she tells stories and how immersive and how character focused it is. So I hope I'm going to love this. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, I'll actually actually probably be starting in the beginning of June. I'm really excited about this one. I love water books. I love books that are focused around being underwater, and this is a deep sea adventure classic, and I'm so excited for it. On that same theme, I also have All These Murmuring Bones, which was recommended to me by my friend Brittany, whose channel will be linked in the description. So I think that this is a creepy seaside village or town of people who have made a bargain with the sea, keep their ships safe, and we will offer to you one of our children, but they haven't been able to keep that promise for a while, so their town is decaying and under some sort of trouble. But they're now, our main character's grandmother is determined to set the things right, even at our main character's expense, which sounds like she's gonna be the one sacrificed to the sea. This was pitched to me as a gothic mermaid story, and that's a lot of things that I love. That is a lot of things that I love. So I'm really excited about this. Carrying on with the theme some more, now we have pirates. Pirate Latitudes. Michael Crichton is an author that I have loved and not read enough of, but I've been meaning to continue on with his work for a while now. He usually writes sci-fi. I believe this is a fantasy novel. Pirate fantasy. I don't know anything else about it except that I love the author, and it's pirates, and it's on the sea, and I'm so happy about it. And finally, actually I'll be reading this before this, so I shouldn't have said that. I'm absolutely continuing on with Mistborn Era 2. I believe this is book 2, Shadows of Self? I'm almost positive. I'll Goodreads it before I actually start reading it. I had kind of mixed feelings about Alloy of Law, but overall my experience was good. Overall, I enjoyed it, and I'm really excited for book 2 because the stuff that I didn't love about the book, the things that I was kind of on the fence about, I think can potentially be deepened and I think I could potentially enjoy the sequels a lot more than the first book, and I'm really, really excited for that. So this will probably be kind of early in the month, but I'm definitely absolutely reading this in June as well. And I'm still not quite done, but the next book is short. It's called Orlando by Virginia Woolf. I've never read a Virginia Woolf book before, but a few of us are all going to read a couple of her books. But the book that we're reading in June is Orlando, which I think is her most popular novel. It's about a man who falls asleep and wakes up in a woman's body, and then it's her conquest and life in this new body and new experiences in life. I don't know a lot about it. These are going to be my first Virginia Woolf novels. But first, we're reading this one, which is a nonfiction about Virginia Woolf and her experiences and her life and her girlfriend and everything that this was all based off of. So I'm reading the nonfiction first to get more information, to get like the background and stuff, and then I'm going to read Orlando, the novel that it was all based around. Both of those are very short. So these are the books that I plan on reading in June. I know it's a lot. If I don't have time for everything, Pirate Latitudes will be the one to be kicked into July probably, because the rest of them are buddy reads. But I'm really excited about what I'm gonna read, and I wanted to share it with you because I very rarely anymore actually have the month planned out what I know I'm gonna read. And plus two, it also is an opportunity to show off what I'm currently reading and will soon have reviews up for. Anyway, I would love to chat with you more about these in the comments. Have you read any of these books? Have you enjoyed them? And are you going to pick any of these up and chat with me about it when the reviews go up?